Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to Mega Man 2 for the NES. Last time, we took out the first two Robot Masters, Heat and Airman, and got the first two items, unoriginally named Item 1 and 2. But today, we're going to be tackling the next two Robot Masters, at the very least in the order that I've chosen for this Let's Play. And our first choice today is Crash Man, because I kind of wanted to get this stage over with. I do not like this level for one, and Crash Man is actually probably the most difficult Robot Master to deal with. More on that later, but this entire level is just like a Light Man. It's a completely vertical stage, and it's nothing but ladder climbing. This level just kind of drags, and I'm really not a fan of the fact that it just drags throughout the entire level. I'm not a fan of this level. I mean, like, the first part really isn't bad, because, like, you got this little, like, horizontal section here. But, like, that section doesn't last very long, because then you're just going back to climbing ladders. That's all this really is. And we got this little gimmick right here, which does come back in the Wily levels. I got this little platform that goes along these this little track. That's all she wrote. As you progress, the track gets a little more complex, but the idea is still relatively the same. Just gonna get up here. Oh yeah, and this is where the track becomes a little unnecessary, which starts. Oh no! Ooh. And I just screwed up, so I'm just gonna cheat and use one of my items. One creates a bunch of platforms. You can only create 3 at a time, and they float as you go along. Like, they float. The second you shoot them, they're gonna start floating. You can only have 3 at a time, and after a little bit, they'll start disappearing one after another. This long ladder sequence right here, which is kind of annoying. This is a terribly placed hard hat right here. I hate where that guy is placed, because he can easily they can easily knock you down, which is why they put all those platforms beneath you, so you can, like, catch yourself before you have to, like, accidentally climb the entire ladder sequence again. And then there's garbage like this. It's like, why spawn all these bird-like enemies in this level in particular? Because this is where it gets really annoying. And since I decided to do this level before doing Metal Man, like, this section just becomes a real chore, and I'm not a fan of it. Because you're constantly taking pot shots from the bird, and it's just not a fun time. I'm gonna get this energy tank, which is also new for this game. I didn't get to mention these because this is the first time I'm picking them up. Now, one of the reasons why the first game was so hard was, not only how much damage you took, but because you had no proper way of healing at the most, like during emergencies. That's what these tanks are for. You can have 4 of them at a time, and yeah, you can have up to 4, and they will heal your health fully. You can use them in an emergency at any time. Keep in mind, though, you will get a game over, like, when you get a game over, you will lose whatever ones you have. So that could be a little problematic. Not bad, just problematic. There we go. Oh, crap! Somehow avoided damage there. Gotcha. Alright. Yeah, again, that entire ladder sequence is just not fun. The level isn't terribly long, it's just it feels long because of the amount of climbing you have to do. Alright, now we've got Crash Man. Now, the reason why I said he is probably the tougher of the Robot Masters is because, like, you can just, like, spam your pea shooter over and over again. Because, like, every time you shoot, or almost every time you shoot, he jumps and, like, releases his crash bomb, little mine. like that. And not only does, like, him shooting you with it deal damage, the explosion itself also does damage. Which is why I did Airman before I did this. Since he constantly jumps, Airman is the best weapon. It's also his weakness. Basically, Airman is a weapon that goes upwards. Assuming I can hit this dweeb with it. Oh, I think I heard him earlier. For a second, I thought I one-hit shot the guy. It's like a one-hit wonder sort of thing. But anyways, yeah, you can't just simply use your pea shooter on Crashman because he's constantly jumping whenever you shoot him. So Airman's weapon is going to be obviously the best choice. The next Robot Master would be a fairly good choice just because how versatile it is, but Airman's weapon takes him out in 2 hits, so. Anyway, time for the stage you all have been waiting for, Metal Man. This is one of the most profound Robot Masters to challenge in any Mega Man game. For one major reason, and it's not because of the level design. Ooh, an energy tank. I can take that. As for the level itself, it's like most of it is going to be like these conveyor belts. Whoa! And then there's these things that come crashing down on you. They'll slowly rise up, and you will have an opportunity to like get underneath them and move on. Also, this bright flickering here is pretty obnoxious. Alright, now this part is pretty awesome because all these little drill missile things you were seeing all over the place, these things constantly drop like weapon energy, like health pickups, the works. Like, this place is awesome, especially if you're low on health and you're not trying to, like what I'm doing is, so I don't force myself to use one of the energy tanks I have. And so every once in a while you'll get an extra life, which is also nice. Speaking of which, how many lives do I... Okay, I can't afford to die then, otherwise all those energy tanks I collected are gonna be, like, no more. Oh, actually, here we go. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. What the hell is going on downstairs? Hopefully the mic doesn't pick that crap up, but anyways, I head down here. Alright, I've got some new enemies here. These little clown guys are gonna like hop down on this little wheel gear sort of on this little tire gear on a gear. I'm sorry, I don't know why I was like struggling to say that. Like, it's just gonna try and move towards you with it, trying to like crush you in the process, I suppose, or run you over in this case. And once you shoot, once you take out the gear, for some reason the clown bot just sort of like jumps off the stage. He's like, fuck this. It's like, I'm done. I'm getting out of here. This guy's too hard. Watch out for these spring guys. Ow. Alright, because I want to get a move on, I'm gonna use one of those energy tanks. Gotta press start to use it for some reason. But anyways, it's time to fight our boss. Alright, well, for one, with Metal Man, we've got a conveyor belt, so platforming could be an issue. Also, the weapon he's using, which are the metal blades, you can't exactly predict where all of them are gonna go, but you can predict where a decent amount of them are gonna come from. Oh, I'm taking too much damage here. I might have to use a second energy tank. Yep. Oh well. Yeah, I'm just sort of like being I was sort of being really reckless with that because, just like Crash Man, Metal Man constantly jumps. Granted, it's not like he jumps all over the place. As a matter of fact, he doesn't really move at all. I think he stays in his same exact place throughout the entire fight, throwing the metal blades at you. Which, again, it can be a little unpredictable. At least, a good chunk of them. There will be those few occasional blades where you can't easily just jump over them. But we got equipped with the metal blade. I will be showing off what that does in the next part against, what do I want to take it on? I guess, you know what? Next time on Mega Man 2 for the NES, we're going to be tackling the next 2 levels, Flash Man and Quick Man. So until then, I get a juice.